Nigerians, greetings to you all from wherever you are joining us from. This is the Comrade Show, and I am glad to welcome you to this edition of the Comrade Show. My name is Comrade Lamte Orehi, and I'm starting off by saying a very happy new year to you all and a prosperous 2023 ahead. Today is the second day of January 2023, and of course, Nigerians are still very much in high expectations. The build up to the end of 2022 was what to expect in 2023. And today I'm focusing this broadcast on the expectations of 2023. Though 2022 is gone, of course, the issues that rose to a crescendo in 2022, they are not gone away. And majorly, Nigerians have expectations, either as individuals or as a part of a collectivism, as a part of the community of Nigerians, as it were. And so I want to take a look at what some of those expectations are. Now, there's no guessing the fact that Nigeria has been a troubled nation. We are still very much a troubled nation. And of course, the whole world seem to agree that the troubles of Nigeria stems from the failure of leadership. And that is why the level of insecurity in the country is at all-time high. As a matter of fact, some of us have looked at the status quo, looking at the level of insecurity, and we can say that the only time in the history of the Nigeria where the insecurity level has been, higher has been during the Civil War. And there has been no time in the history of this country where economic insecurity is driving everybody to the very edge. And therefore, a major expectation for the average Nigerian today is that may this year, be the launch pad for that new Nigeria that everybody is hoping we can get. It becomes a matter of to be or not to be. There are three major candidates running for this election. Two of them have a very strong history with the status quo. Two of them have been very much involved in where we are. And therefore, the third person appeared to be, though not a saint, we cannot say anybody's a saint, but appear to be one who cannot be described to be in that, rank of some of these established politicians that are waiting to take over this country. And so therefore, what are we expecting in 2023? If you are there in the comment section, just put what your expectations are. Let us know. Let us begin to share some of these things, because even the Bible for Christians say that iron sharpeneth iron. I'm just speaking based on our own general observations. But I can tell you what we expect from the Comrade Show. We expect in 2023 for a new Nigeria to be born. We expect in 2023 that we will get it right come, February, when we hold our elections. Not just only at the presidential level, but at all other levels, National Assembly, House of Assembly, and all of that, that we get at least majority of the right persons in office, so that this country can start driving towards that renaissance, that renewal, that new Nigeria that we are hoping for, which is a process, by the way, because when we talk of new Nigeria, many of us understand well enough that we are not expecting magic, but we are expecting the process to genuinely begin to give birth to this new Nigeria. But one thing equally is very certain, and this one I must let Nigerians know: a new Nigeria cannot be born on the shoulders of just one man. We must all be involved. And that is why on the Comrade Show, we are deeply involved, but we are hoping that our involvement, added to the involvement of all other Nigerians, will help drive this process. And on that note, I'm going to be playing a clip from Aisha Yusufu, who understands this very, very well. And she did cry out. She did cry out because very many Nigerians today are singing the praises in hope that Peter Obi becomes the next president. But yet, not many Nigerians are actually working as hard as they should to drive the process to making Peter Obi become the president of Nigeria. And Asa Yusuf, some time ago, cried out to say, look, we must do more than we are doing right now. You know, the issue of the next election, it's like we have never had it before. It is not something that we are going to leave for them or for the campaign team or for Labour. It is something that all of us must be involved in. We must knock on the doors of our friends and the doors of our enemies. We must knock on the doors of our foes. We must engage with them and make friends even with those that we don't want to make friends with, provided we get this done. It is that serious. 2022 is gone. We are now, by my estimation, less than 60 days to the election. This election beckons. If we make this mistake and we get the wrong person or the wrong persons elected, man, the future of this country will be so bleak that we may not be able to, forecast what the outcome might be. This is my drive. This is our drive. And that is why we on the Comrade Show, we have a lot of things that we are going to be unveiling before the elections. We have individuals who are going to be talking to, engaging directly. Please, if you are there, share this broadcast. It's very important. We've had time to make merry. We've had time to enjoy the Christmas and New Year, but they are all gone now. The reality of the future of this country faces us right now. And so if you are obedient or you are undecided, but you are leaning towards obedience, please, let's not waste time. What confronts us is bigger than what we can imagine. It's not just a question of Peter Obi as an individual. It's a question of changing an age-long status quo that has plagued this country needlessly. Our collective patrimony, our resources, they are in the hands of a very few persons. And yet, this nation is suffering. We've just gone through Christmas and New Year. I have testimonies of Nigerians, particularly people I know from those states, who could not even have anything near decent celebration by way of having to put food on the table. We cannot come and begin to reel out list of people we have to support with our 1,000 naira here, 10,000 naira there, 20,000 naira there, so that they can just afford some rice on the table. Or go buy some 1 kilo of meat. A woman I don't know wrote me. I didn't respond to that right. I was having a broadcast on this Comrade Show when she wrote me for assistance. I didn't respond. She now left a voice message. I was forced to pick my phone and call the woman. The one was saying, please, I've got 3 children. I just need to buy 1 kilo of meat to be able to celebrate Christmas with my children. I was so moved. I had to send some. Because the woman is from Edo State, I had to send some of my volunteers to go and see the woman to assess if the situation is true. And what they saw was that I saw. In fact, anyway, Nigerians, let us listen to Aisha Yusufu. Man. Aisha Yusufu, let's
hello, my people. Hello, fellow Nigerians. Hello, fellow Peter Obi supporters. I'm here. Honestly, I'm here. Tired, you understand? I've been talking since yesterday. I've been talking today. I've spoken for 3 hours on the phone, speaking. Yesterday Zoom meetings, this one, saying the same thing over and over again. And I want to say this thing here. Why are we waiting for Peter Obi? Why is it that you feel that Peter Obi has to be at every place before we can do something? Why are you waiting? Oh, I want to do this, but Peter Obi has to be there. Are we going to clone him? We don't have the capacity to clone him and make him at every event. So at this moment, we are all Peter Obis. You are Peter Obi and Peter Obi. He's Peter Obi. She's Peter Obi. Everybody is Peter Obi. When we get there, we get to do the things that we need to do. A lot of things that need to be done. We are waiting that, oh, he has to be there. He has to give this. He has to put this. He has to be. He can't be present in all of these places. We are running an unusual election. Every one of us, we are running for president through Peter Obi. So we must be Peter Obi. Events, plan it, do it, stand there. You are the Peter Obi there. We are all Peter Obi representatives. We should not be waiting that he has to come. You understand? Support groups, you are waiting for leadership from career politicians. How? You are disrupting politicians. You are not career politicians. The way they do things is different from the way you do things. You want to do things, na. They want to do launching, this one, go. You don't have that time. We have 74 days to election. We don't have the time. No, 76 days to election. That's what we have at today. So we don't have the time for launching this one, that one, set up this different rule. It's not an organization. What we have is a movement. A movement has to be thinking on its toes. You have to be on the run. You understand? All of this, a lot of things. Why are you waiting for Peter Obi to be there, to be sitting? You want to do fundraising. Oh, Peter Obi has to come. He has to sit down there. Are you going to give him the money? Ghana must go. Now Ghana must go. You go come take carry the money. Is it not account? Is it not the same account? Why don't you see? Why don't Peter Obi see all of these things going on? Instead of waiting that he has to be there, why don't you run to the finish line? Drag them. Support group people, members, you were the ones leading this movement. Why are you now waiting for leadership and instruction and whatever from some other people? Career politicians will be career politicians. They have the way they do that. It's fantastic. It's needed. Don't get me wrong. It is needed the way they do their things, the way, because the organization, but that is for the long run. What we have now, what we have now is 76 days of craziness. Even we as today now, we know our hair not too correct like that. We just dey go and we are fighting cabal that have held Nigeria down for over 60 years. It's not a small thing. So stop waiting. What we need to do, get it done. It doesn't matter whose face they are seeing. It doesn't matter who is doing what. It doesn't matter whatever. All that matters is the result. Focus. Getting Peter Obi elected, being the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That's it. So don't focus. Don't be waiting. Don't be dragging. We go drag Peter Obi, they go front. We go drag Labour.
Well, Nigerians, what Aisha is talking about here is just what I've been, I tried to echo just now very clearly, that we need all hands on deck. We are all Peter Obi's. She made it very clear. Because again, if Nigeria is good, it's good for all of us. So I want to encourage us, Nigerians. We have a lot to do in this election. We have too many stories, too many stories of insecurity. When we mention insecurity, I'm not just looking at the insecurity from terrorism or insecurity from kidnappers or armed robbers or all of those things. I'm looking at insecurity at all levels. Economic insecurity right now is killing silently, and yet people, are unable to point this out. But people are dying silently, more than we can even report that terrorists have killed or armed robbers have killed, and all of that. And all of this is happening because of failure of leadership. For once, we are looking and believing that in the hope that Obi's leadership will present a new dimension into Nigeria's future. So this is what we must take seriously. I just want to announce that our expectations is to get it right in 2023, and our getting it right must start with electing Peter Gregory Obi as the next president of Nigeria. We cannot make any mistakes about this. We cannot be wrong about this. The election of Peter Obi, signals a very big hope for this country. So many things are going on. Many of us are not swayed by so many, things going on. We are very focused. We are looking at the goal. We are looking at the board. We are looking at what we are looking at. Not really the noise that is going on from left, right, side, corner. So this is why I'm trying to remind all of us that there is something we can do. You are out there. There is a next door neighbor. You assume that this next door neighbor knows already. He doesn't know. Go and knock on that next door neighbor's door and talk to him about Peter Gregory Obi. You are from a village. You assume that the people already know that Peter Obi. No, they don't. And that information is I want to pass to us is very important. Today is the second day of January. So let us know that everybody that is going to vote Labour, let them be aware that LP is what they will expect on the ballot. LP. They may not see Peter Obi's name on the ballot paper, But let us make sure that everybody understands that when they find LP equally means Labour Party. And for those who may not yet know or don't remember the logo of Labour Party, now it be this, Mama, Papa, and Peking. Let's keep reminding everybody. This is very important. It's very key to this process. It is part of why we are making all of this effort. That Mama, Papa, and Peking is what we are going to be looking out for. When the ballot paper comes, it may come like this. I want to have a sample of this ballot paper, as soon as can be, so that we can begin to, enlighten people more. It may come like this. But every Nigerian make we understand, same person we want to vote for. Now the one we carry LP, Mama, Papa, and Peking, that's the logo we will see for there. Very important, make we not forget. And importantly, let me let Nigerians equally know that please, if you are out there, the window is still very open, and I'm glad it is for people who have not collected their PVCs. I had an announcement that people should go to their local government councils to go and collect their PVCs. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? Or the closest post office to your house. You find out where you need to collect your PVC if you have not collected. Everybody should go as much as possible to go and collect your PVC. If you have done your PVC, you have not collected, please go and pick up your PVC, because when they talk, if you don't have a PVC, and you are talking, and you are in Nigeria, you are intending to vote, then I don't know how you want to do it. I don't know how. But importantly, this election matter is very important. Because it's so important, we have been engaging with people, different people, and interviewing them. But let me announce to you that by the grace of God, on Sunday the 8th of January, we are going to be, engaging directly with a PDP chieftain. It's going to be on the Comrade Show, the Comrade and Friends, to tell us why he is declaring full support for Peter Obi. He's a PDP chieftain. And we've had a number of other political party members declaring for Peter Obi, because these are genuine lovers of Nigeria. People genuinely want Nigeria to grow. This man has done so much of PDP, the man I'm talking about right now. So much. He's a well-known chieftain of the PDP. As a matter of fact, he's not alone. There are so many PDP stalwarts who remain with PDP. But in this election, they know that the right choice is Peter Obi, and they are voting. And they are not just voting, they are mobilizing for Peter Obi. We shall be engaging with Ugbede Ifaluyi Isibo. He's been very vocal, he's been out there. He's been a statesman as far as the election is concerned. He's been very committed to the process. He's not shy. He's not leaving the PDP, he has not said so. He's still a member of PDP. But for the sake of Nigeria, which is bigger than PDP, he is standing with Nigeria in this election. So if you're out there, 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, on the 8th of January 2023, stay with us. Let us engage very closely with Mr. Ugbede Ifaluyi Isibo, a PDP chieftain, but a very ardent, obedient, and one who wants Nigeria to be better. So when you see people like this, intelligent men like this, intellectuals like this, who have seen it all, they've seen the past, they've seen, the present, they are able to fathom and, understand what the future should be like, depending on the road we take, then why can't we just facilitate the process of making up our minds, to just do that one little thing that is left, so that we can get this process, running, as it were. Nigerians, I didn't really come out here to say too much, but to just let us know that we are edging closer to the elections. When we're talking of the expectations of 2023, the most important expectation that we have right now is to have the elections, vote the right person, and of course, we cannot begin to develop other expectations based on what the outcome of the election is going to be like. Because right now, the only expectation personally I have for 2023, that is a collective expectation, is to get Peter Obi elected. When Peter Obi is elected, then we cannot begin to build other expectations on Peter Obi's election. But if another person is elected, it therefore means that my expectation for the future would be different. I spoke with somebody yesterday who told me that if Peter Obi is not elected, he will not be a Nigerian, for the next 4 to 8 years. He will renounce his what's it called, citizenship of Nigeria. I mean, I've heard that. You understand what I'm saying now? So, I have just said that, man, my own, expectation for the future of Nigeria by like 2023 and beyond is hinged on the outcome of these elections. Because, to be honest, we cannot see darkness and directly walk into darkness when we know that on the very flip side or by the side of this darkness, there is light. Let us walk into the light. Let us do all we can to get Peter Obi elected for the good of the land, for the general good of Nigeria. God bless you all. My name is Comrade Lamte Areki. Please, if you could, share the broadcast if you can. I appreciate it. Signing out.
Are you a business owner? Do you make your own products? This is your best opportunity ever. Register your brand now with the first and largest marketplace promoting Nigerian-made products. Get access to over 17 million shoppers and customers currently in need of your products. Download on Google Play Store now to register or visit ekioja.com. Focus on creating your passion. Leave the marketing to us.
Comrade Show with Comrade Lamte Oriaki. This is the Comrade Show.